Monarchia got what it deserved.
I mean, it did. That's beside the point. That's not even. I love how specifically like Warhammer Fantasy in front of us, and yet like for the past like 20 minutes getting ready for this, we just been talking 40k nonstop.
I only know 40k lore, and like 40k even just aesthetically appeals to me far more than fantasy. I'm sure
I'm
fantasy and Sigmar by extension is fine. I'm not saying it's
Fantasy
bad.
unironically makes a lot more sense towards its own lore than 40k because it's one continuous story of like, and it has a logical endpoint with the end times, like the characters and that kind of not the characters are more well written, but it's able to embrace a lot more traditional storytelling because with fantasy there and Age of Sigmar, there are very clearly good guys and bad guys.
Uh,
Whereas like everybody in 40k is just lesser shades of evil.
dare you? Caiaphas Cain did nothing wrong.
I mean, he's still a commissar.
Yeah, he's still a commissar, but he's done nothing wrong, and he will never.
So why are we here?
We're gonna. Well, you were gonna read off. It was either you or me. We're gonna read off Arctic Prey review articles while you play Total Warhammer 3.
Yeah. So what's first? What article are we doing first?
Let's do the Verge one first.
Okay.
'Cause
What
that
pray?
one's that. Yeah,
Go ahead.
because that one I think is more about the movie itself, and then like the Guardian one has more to do with like Native American history, and I really want to see what a British person's interpretation of Native American history is.
Oh,
So we'll save that for later.
goody.
Yeah.
Why Prey understands what made Predator interesting: the hunt. All
Yes.
right. Links for these articles will be in the description, of course, if anyone wants to read them alongside us. So why don't you start us off, Jake?
Alrighty then. Let me pull her up here.
While I
No,
tell
here we go.
Gallic Bloodgorge to get the fuck off my land. Filthy goddamn beastman.
Since its debut in 1987, the Predator franchise has had a, let's say, uneven history. I mean, like, there's 3 good movies and 2 bad ones. I wouldn't say uneven.
Are we counting Alien and Predator?
No, I'm just counting the solo movies. If we count the AVP movies, then yeah, you have more bad than good.
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't know. Am I in the minority that counts them?
Uh, I mean, canonically, since the Predator made them canon, I mean, I would assume you would have to, but if you just want to say solo films specifically, then there's more good than bad.
Okay.
But yeah. The premise is brilliant in its simplicity. A race of aliens who live nothing more than a good hunt travel to Earth in search of prey. It worked particularly well for the first 2 films, but over the over the course of more sequels, spin-offs, and forays into games and comics, that high-level idea has been diluted quite a bit. Oh, so you've read like a lot of the Predator comics and novels then, right?
And played some of the games. They must have
Yeah, right.
clearly done that.
Yeah. So it's not Hell Comes a Walking. I can't remember the specific one. So like the story where you had a bunch of these, can't remember what they were, but they were a bunch of like these kind of like lawmen sort of deal, having like a tournament with a bunch of young blood predators.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really neat and cool because they were hunting Comanches, and it was neat. But I assume you did that, or Stonewall's Last Stand. Like Confederate people versus the Predator. No, well, I guess not, because that would require you to actually read the books, which I don't think you have.
I mean, are there audiobooks?
Yeah, there's lots of audiobooks actually.
So
Which is
I'll have to give them a. Because I was just staring that Beastman down. No, I'll have to give it a shot then, because
I would do the If It Bleeds anthology. It's just a bunch of standalone stories.
Okay.
There's one that I really like. I can't remember what it was, but it's basically you have a Yautja and a human, which are both POW, Chinese POWs, I want to say, or Russian. No, Russian POWs, I believe. And like they help each other escape. It's actually really, it's actually really neat. I liked it. But continuing through the article, which is what makes Prey so refreshing. What makes it refreshing exactly? The latest mainline Predator movie jumps backwards in time. So you didn't read any of the books then? Okay.
Of course they didn't.
But why did they bring up the books? Why did they just stick with the movies? Because in the books, like that anthology that I mentioned to you has like at least 5 or 6 period pieces.
So
from
Jake,
what I remember.
That's your mistake.
I
you're doing
assume
this thing-
people.
You're doing this thing called common sense. We don't like that around here.
Apparently not. And focuses entirely on the most important part of the franchise, the hunt. But didn't, like, the other ones besides the Predator do that as well?
No, even the Predator like had a bit of that stuff because of the
Well, yeah, the end. Near the end, yeah. Well, no, even, like,
no,
just
even
tracking
with
down
the regular
the
Predator,
MacGuffin.
looking for ass of House Burger.
Rain Boy.
Yeah. He's fighting it.
This review contains spoilers for Prey. Thank you. I'm glad it's a spoiler review. Because non-spoiler reviews are fucking worthless.
Yeah. That's like, I think that might be like the most, I think that's the biggest take we've had while either doing these for YARP or Dragon's Den. Oh my god, spoiler-free reviews are worthless.
Except that one that we did for Rebel Moon, I would argue wasn't as worthless.
I might be harsher on that one than you are, because I completely think that one was useless.
Well, hopefully this weekend we can go to the big chunky spoiler boy. You know?
Oh yeah. Continue with the article.
Yeah. Prey is set in 1719 in the northern Great Plains and centers on budding Comanche hunter named Naru, actress named Amber Midthunder. Though she's a skilled healer, what do you mean? I mean, like she know. Well, yeah. She knows how to apply like medicine and stuff. That's fair.
Yeah,
It's just I'm sorry, like skilled healer. I don't know. That for me that sounds like, is she a fucking cleric?
Man, things would have gone differently if the Predator just attacked and Naru just threw out like acid splash.
Yeah. Naru desperately wants to be a hunter and leader like her brother Tabe. Tabe, the only good character in the movie. And a lot of that and a lot of it, I point out in my video, has to do with you, like, stretching and trying to interpret things from, like, him and Naru's interactions with each other. Like, a lot of it is stretching, but because you can at least kind of see that there, makes him the best character by default, which isn't really saying much. And is constantly pushing against the expectations placed on her. What do you mean?
No,
pushing?
no,
he's not. He's not.
That's a misconception from the entire fucking movie. That I think even in your review you brought up. It's like, because you all think, why are you doing this? Because you all think I can't. No one has said anything.
Yeah, they're not. No one's trying to stop her. Like in that, like again, the most basic bitch babies for symbolism, where sees this woman going, like, walking the other way as the other women go past her to go and gather. It's like, yeah, no one stops her. No one asks her, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no one stops her. Like, no one does anything.
Tabe even, like, when, like, doesn't even tell her to fuck off when she follows him and his friends. He goes, I think she should come. She's good at tracking and she has medicine. And, like, he uses her plan to catch the cougar. And it's like, so he's helping her then. Okay? I mean, like, cool. But like apparently that just never get. I don't think that ever really gets brought up at all.
Yeah, no one says anything.
Yeah. She trains with her. She trains with. Actually, let me go back to this previous sentence. And is constantly pushing against the expectations placed on her. Does that mean that he's actually helping her out with that then?
Yes.
Okay, so all right, yeah, then okay, yeah, that is a correct thing.
The only
That
person
this
who has the biggest problem with Naru is one of
the random asshole,
one of
one of the random
Tabe's friends.
Yeah, yeah. She trains with weapons on her own. She trains with one weapon on her own.
A weapon that we all, I think, universally agree is fucking stupid.
Honestly, the only reason why I didn't really bring it up in my video is because I'm like, I just didn't want to. I don't know, just like, I just found myself like going on some long autistic diatribe explaining in every detail why it wouldn't work when I'm like, shit, fuck it. I'll just trust the audience and people to understand why this shit doesn't work. I have bigger problems. But no, that shit is just stupid. Like, when you actually think about it, she had arrows to kill those rabbits.
Yes, she did.
It pushes her way into hunting excursions. Yeah. And when asked why she wants to do this so badly, she simply says, because you all think I can't, which is a shitty motivation.
Yeah, as we brought up previously in your video, no one tries to push anything on her.
No, not real. I mean, like, yeah, it is really strange, and it's not even it's yeah, like even like a motivation of like, you all think I can't do this, so I'm going to do it. It's like, I mean, that's not really that great of a motivation.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst. It is a motivation, but it's really shit and inconsistent. That's probably the biggest problem. The presence of a certain alien force. I'm sorry, hold up. The presence of a certain alien. Oh, of a certain alien forces her into that warrior / hunter role a little sooner than expected. Okay.
What? No, she was trying to get onto that role from the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning. Yeah.
She's not forced to anything.
Yeah, she wasn't forced into anything. In all honesty, like, she only decided she went to go kill it for revenge. She killed it for revenge because it killed her brother.
And she was originally thinking it was a bear, so she could just kill it for the lulz.
No, she didn't think it. She actually pointed out that that its prints were inconsistent with that of a bear's prints.
Oh, right.
But she did try and go hunt a bear. A grizzly bear. With a bow and arrow.
A bow and arrow that she is very poorly, like, holding.
But, I think that is just how Native Americans shot their bows, isn't it?
I thought we went on... Well, I couldn't remember if we brought this up during our first watch through. We all made fun of, like, how she was shooting her bow. And then we made fun of the, then we made fun of the rope axe even more.
Oh, the rope axe is nonsense, but I think that is how Native Americans, or maybe at least Comanche, shot their bows. I'm not sure, but I think that is how it is, but I could be wrong. But I'm sorry, choosing to hunt a bear, if it was a black bear, that would be one thing. A grizzly bear. The only thing that I can think of that is more terrifying than a grizzly bear is a moose. Like, I'm sorry, you're not taking down a grizzly bear with a bow and arrow. Like, that ain't happening, dog. Of course, Naru and her tribe don't know it's an alien, at least at first. Yeah, that's true. Well, they wouldn't call it an alien. They'd probably call it like a demon or something, or some weird forest monster, but yeah, I guess. Initially, it appears that an aggressive lion is terrorizing them. Okay, but the cougar did attack one of their own, and like knock him down. Like a cougar was terrorizing them. So that part is true. So
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah. That's why they found somebody all bloodied up.
Yeah, with like the like he had like several slash marks across his chest, consistent with that of like a cat, like a cougar. So yes, it was a cougar that was doing all this shit. He wasn't even terrorizing them. He was like at first he went to go hunt a wolf at first. He like killed like a snake. He was just kind of like maybe stalking them, but he wasn't like hunting people yet at that point in the movie. He wasn't doing any of that. Like I'm this movie did not come out in theaters, so like it was on Hulu. Like if you were unsure, you could have just pulled up the Hulu on your phone and like watched a scene while writing this article. Like I'm sorry. But careful and observant Naru is the one who realizes something more is happening. I mean, yeah, kinda, I guess. I
No,
mean,
but
that
then
is
not
she know.
really. Like,
Well,
so
she
yeah,
notices like she notices like something odd when she's like I think it was up in a tree facing off with a cougar. She sees something weird off in the distance, like a bolt, like weird energy tisms, if I'm remembering it correctly.
No, she talks about like the first thing she notices on their way to go
Oh, is the
find
ship?
what's his. No, not the ship. Is the it was the snake.
Oh yeah, the snake being just completely skinned alive.
Yeah,
But she did see the ship in the beginning of the movie.
yeah, because this predator isn't very stealthy.
Remember in AVP when like the ship just flew over everybody and it made no sound and made like no like
It
like
it
there's
hold on, no, it didn't just make no sound,
it
Jake. It
it
made
moved like
no,
nothing. It
it
made
it
nothing.
made minus sound. The area gets quieter when
That
you.
I would argue that was probably just like a weird stylistic choice with the audio. But yeah, it made no sound in AVP.
Yeah,
Which that I actually don't I'm actually fine with that. Like the engine's not making any sound. It's like weird
that's a.
alien tisms. But it is inconsistent
No,
because the
that's
engines made sound in Predator 2.
not only that, but also if that was the case and their ships were like super duper uber stealthy from the very get go, then why did the Predator and Predator One use a drop pod?
Probably faster.
He just really had to get to that hunt. He
I don't
heard
know.
Dutch
Like
was down there.
I don't know. I mean, like I don't. I mean, like that part is fine. Like him just using the drop pod. I think maybe that's just standard, right? Maybe that's the ship that was carrying him is like taking several others to different planets to hunt. So they have a drop pod. They drop you off, and then like they go and find other planets for other people to hunt. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. She notices key details, like a disturbingly slaughtered snake, okay, and a strange green fluid that everyone else misses. Which, which it's really weird how I would imagine that all of these men should be equally skilled in tracking because their job is to hunt and track prey for the tribe.
Right.
That's weird. Now, I'm fine with like if it was like just Naru and Tabe, and maybe Tabe didn't see it, but like all of them, not one of these people that are good at tracking like Naru didn't see this.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
just
actually, hold up. I'm just remembering it back now. No, Naru was the one who was actively tracking in that scene. She was the one that was taking the initiative to track, so of course she would see it. It's not that they missed it; they were just letting her do the tracking. So yeah, it's not that they missed it. It's just that she was the one that was just doing the tracking. If I'm remembering that scene correctly.
yeah. You could just pull the movie up if you're misremembering something.
Yes, I can. Do I have it? I don't have. Do I still have it saved? Or did I delete it? I think I might have deleted it.
I need to fight something.
Damn it! I fucking deleted it.
You were just so
And
quick to just get that movie away from your computer.
Well, no, the thing is, it was on there for a while, but then I started clearing my desktop and my downloads just for like shit that I don't need anymore, and I just deleted it because I didn't think I'd be needing it again. But
Mm-hmm.
it's whatever. Well, either like if I remember, either she was the one that was doing the tracking, or I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna assume that was the scene where she was the one that was doing the tracking. Wait, is it still on my phone? Because I remember I downloaded it onto my phone to watch at work on my time when I had time to myself while I was still writing the script.
Fucking chaos chariots. I need some of those. While he's looking at that, it's kind of funny how like I'm such a Zinch stan, and yet I immediately my debut back to fucking Total Warhammer 3 immediately shows a corn army.
No, damn it, it's not on here. All right, well, whatever.
It's fine.
Yep. If I'm wrong, I'll eat crow. I'll eat my humble pie. I will do the opposite of Movie Bob. Well, he would eat an actual pie regardless, but metaphorically speaking, I would admit I'm wrong and eat the metaphorical pie. When she first spots the fiery red storm in the sky,
Well, that's
it
right.
it wasn't
yeah.
fiery red though. It was just a massive storm with like some light. Well, there were some
No,
lights in there.
there was. It looked like the sky was on fire. I can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She takes it. It is a sign that she is ready for her first big hunt, known as the
Kutsa.
Kutamia.
Oh.
Kutamia. Native American word that my English ass can't fucking say. Well, English speaking. I'm mostly Irish and Scandinavian.
You speak hamburger English.
I do, yes.
Just like me.
Yes. Prey for the most for the most part, Prey is a pleasantly slow build up to the ultimate showdown between Naru and the Predator. Oh, please talk about how good the fight is. Please talk about how good the fight is. I want to tell you how fucking wrong you are.
Because that talk about it.
That fight is garbage.
Alright, once you stop rubbing yourself, continue.
On one side, we see Naru slowly growing into herself, trusting her instincts even when no one seems to believe her, or in her, with the exception of her supportive brother. I mean, her brother, after like she knocks herself out, tells her like, "Stop, just stop. You're being stupid. Like, just you almost killed yourself out there. Like, I don't think you can do this shit because you're really like you almost died because you were being a dumbass.
You garbage."
Yeah, it's like the only one of like 2 or 3 like actually good scenes in this movie.
Yeah, you didn't get that. I did.
Yeah, you didn't get it. I did. Because like he was,
Tabe.
Yeah, he was like incredibly frustrated. It's like because the implication is that this has been this shit's been going on for like a while, and now he's just really sick of it because he's constantly.
To mention, every task Naru does has to involve her falling off a tree and hitting her head. Just go get some water off, from the creek. Bash his head in. You didn't get that water. I did.
I did.
Yeah, so she's just making some soup. She trips, bashes her head in. You didn't make that soup. I did. Maybe that's why. No one believes she can hunt because she just keeps doing that. She's like, they're actually just trying to, like, they're really worried about her because this is like her 17th concussion of the week.
Excuse me.
And
she's equal.
Go ahead.
She's equal parts impatient, determined, and resourceful, all of which come in handy as she sorts out what's going on. Wait. How is being impatient handy? I don't even think she's impatient.
Yeah.
She's not impatient in the movie, not from what I remember. I don't think she was.
Yeah, that makes. I mean, she's impatient enough that she makes the weird axe thing, the rope axe.
Well, no, that's not impatience. That's just her being fucking stupid and not realizing she has she has a goddamn bow and arrow on her.
Yeah, but that
Which,
would
by the
require
way,
patience to
arrows.
use.
And then, well, like the stupidity of that scene is just like it's like, oh, well, you see, the issue is that like, I wasn't able to get the tomahawk back fast enough and go again. Where it's like, no, the issue is that the tomahawk wasn't fast enough to begin with and couldn't catch the rabbit. So, putting a fucking um rope on it doesn't really help with that. Meanwhile, a bow and an arrow fired from a bow, is just faster. Did you ever think of that?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't think about anything.
Oh. She turns being underestimated into a strength. She's also helped along by a very adorable dog who serves as her companion. The best character in the movie. I take it back. The dog is the best character.
The
The
dog.
alien.
We were really
Yeah.
worried about that dog. We were like, is that dog gonna die?
Yeah, I was really worried about that dog. I didn't want the dog to die. The
Then
alien,
then she
meanwhile,
would have
is
started ripping off John Wick.
Might actually be a better movie. The first John Wick, to be specific.
Right.
The alien, meanwhile, is steadily testing himself in this new landscape. I mean, like,
By hunting creatures that are like three times below its size.
yeah, and kind of failing at it. The
Like
fight with the bear was cool, though.
it fighting well, it fighting the snake and the wolf was just really weird.
Yeah.
Especially it just thought like, all right, I'm gonna drop kick it.
Yeah. He starts out slicing up small animals. Well, why is he slicing up small animals to begin with? That's not testing yourself. Before moving on to bigger fare like bears. Yeah. And eventually humans, which, yeah, he eats a dude like several yards. This includes both some of the Comanche hunters. Yeah, he kills like 5 people? 5 Comanches?
I think six,
Yeah, 5.
five or
No, it
six
was
Comanches,
it was
and then
5, yeah.
all the French people.
Yeah, all the French trappers who had a horrendously stupid plan.
I mean, I don't. I still don't think their plan was like that stupid. It was more like they set bait, and then they. It's stupid in the sense of that how did they construct this, because it seems like something that we would figure out, uh but not French skin hunters in the fucking 1700s.
Yeah. And
Because
then
I'm trying to think of all their plan. Their plan was to
lure it out, and then like what they did was they have it step on a bear trap that for some reason they didn't even try to hide the bear trap. Like it was just out in the open, and he just stepped on it. Not even apparently just can't fucking see in front of him at all.
I mean, yeah, when you have a mask like that.
Yeah, and then it's really really dumb. And then like, what is it? Did they like over? They like what is it? They like overpower him or like they like knock him down or something. Instead of like, shooting him so while he's like, while while he's off guard and just shooting him for some reason, but that's whatever. And then it just turned into a fucking cartoon, basically. It was fun. I'll admit it was fun, but it was really silly. It was really,
all
really
while referencing the first movie.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. It's like, fuck off. Fuck you.
Yeah, when it's like the context of that was very different from when Dutch says it, because Dutch is saying it thinking that it can just be treated like any other threat.
Yeah. One of the most important things about Prey is how patient it is, especially for an action movie. The pacing is reminiscent of the original Predator, arguably the high mark for the series.
Uh,
I don't think I would disagree with it being paced like the first one. The pacing is not the issue with the movie. I think the pacing is fine in the movie.
yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the pacing.
Yeah. I would argue like the high mark for the series is like the writing. That's what I would say.
I mean, honestly, the set pieces also are the
Oh, the
of the
set pieces
Predators,
are beautiful, beautiful set pieces.
and it's the fact that most like Predator One being like this movie that I just love with all my heart. The scene where they're all shooting into the forest was all just the fact that they basically just couldn't return any of the surplus ammunition, so they're just like, all right, let's just have a scene where everybody just shoots their guns.
Yeah. You don't even see the alien until around an hour in. Not true. Not true. That's 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 just not true. If we're talking about Prey, we see him relatively early on when he's like cleaning the wolf skull.
Yeah, like
Like
in fact, we kind of get a face reveal every 20 seconds in that
yeah,
movie.
cuz like he's not a full mask cover, which I don't I mean like okay, I guess if you want to like be have a really hard time breathing, you do you, fam.
Do you think they were doing that? Like, I wonder if there was ever an excuse of like, oh, but because of global warming, that's why it has a hard time breathing now.
No.
Like, because
I
like,
would
oh,
just
the air is so much
I
cleaner
would
in 1719. I don't know.
I don't know. I just no. I just think it's fine. Where I just think it would be. I just think it's like, oh, it's an alien. It can breathe our atmosphere, and if you dig into like the extended stuff, the I think it's like the nitrogen content is higher for them
That's
than it is
why.
for us.
That's why the
But
jungle
it's
hunter was having such an easier time because they're in the forest, a lot more trees.
I
And then
don't sure. Well, we will assume that that is how that works.
I mean, for the layman's thing of like how trees produce the oxygen, nitrogen stuff that we all
No,
breathe.
they don't. Yeah, yeah, but like the majority of the Earth's oxygen is produced by the phytoplankton in the ocean.
Look, all I know is that's the only correlation as to why the city hunter needed that mask to breathe because of all the methane and carbon dioxide in the air of LA.
Or you could go with the logical one where it's like, well, it can breathe our atmosphere. It's just like a bit harder, and when you just got your midsection filled with like lead by a shotgun, breathing's gonna be is gonna be
I mean,
even
breathing's
harder.
gonna
So
suck no matter what in LA.
yeah, so yeah, it's gonna suck. But if you have like the actual like like correct atmospheric like
I love
gas
how you just
like
completely
ratios.
missed the dig that I was saying at LA.
I mean, like, I mean, yeah, yeah. I agree with LA. It doesn't matter. That's why LA
You
should
could be
just be
you
sectioned
could be a
off in
normal
West.
person and you'll move 5 feet and then you just go, ah. You'll just put on your little mask. And then
Yeah.
an old lady says to a cop, "I don't think he gives a shit."
But yeah, no, like, because it's like I don't see that as like it's just that the city is just more polluted. I just see that as like, oh, okay, so he can breathe our atmosphere, which okay, that's consistent, but how he just probably has a harder time, and since he has lead like in his midsection,
I
it's
I
probably
think it
gonna
might have just been
hurt.
an old Predator like fact video that brought up that it's like the difference between the jungle and the city hunter was like trees
Oh,
versus like the methane and carbon filled atmosphere of the city.
I, I mean, like, I can see the latter portion, but like the jungle portion doesn't make any sense. I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, yeah,
For
that
the
could be
jungle. For
in
the jungle.
that could be the reality of the situation, but if that's what the lore says,
I don't know if that's what the lore says.
that's why I'm saying it
Yeah.
might be an outdated thing, but I think at one point it was that.
Oh, I mean, whatever. All right. Up until that point, it remains cloaked and largely invisible, poking around the edges of the plants in search of a worthy opponent. It terrorizes the humans in brief flashes of violence. Oh no! Wait a minute. That might be talking about the first movie. That might be talking about the first movie.
Oh yeah, then we don't see it until we see the eye flashes every once in a while. We see its hand after Dutch's team clears out the it's not a village, the outpost, I guess is what you
Yeah.
would. Uh, and then we don't get a full proper look at it until they set off the big trap.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's talking about the first film, yeah. But if it's talking about Prey, no, that's just wrong.
No, in fact, it remaining invisible is oddly enough like lore breaking because it's fucking in water and still invisible.
Yeah, yeah. It's like not only did it standing in water and you didn't even get those sparks. Predator 2 walks in puddle, get like cloaking, freaks the fuck out. Prey gets bitch slapped by a bear in water and is like wrestling a bear in water. Nothing
Submerged a bit
happens.
as well.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing happens.
Not to mention, like that's something that even I think that's something even the video games kept canon.
Yeah, it's
Like
a mechanic and is for like a environmental hazard for the cloaking.
I think the only game that didn't keep it in track was I think was possibly AVP Extinction, but that's because that's an RTS game running on a PS2.
Yeah. Excuse me. That's not to say that there's no action until then, because there definitely is, and it's particularly gruesome and gory. One excellently gross scene shows the predator in all its glory while doused in bear blood. Oh, so it was talking about Prey. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the scene in the cave where it like you see like its back. Like if you want to say we don't see its face until an hour in, just say that. And I wish we didn't get to see his face.
I was gonna say like I guess yeah if you want to be pedantic like
uh, but the film does an incredible job of slowly teasing out the main conflict. What do you mean teasing? I mean like kind of. I don't disagree with that, I guess.
what that it takes its time.
Yeah, it does an incredible job of slowly teasing out the main conflict. I mean, does it really tease
Eh,
out the main conflict though? I mean, the main conflict is like here's this gigantic fucking thing that's going around slaughtering my people. So, you know,
no, I don't think it really teases that. I think she does the thing with the axe. She sees the predator fights the bear. She runs
she
into the
runs
hunting group. The hunting group get partially slaughtered. She runs into the other hunting group. The other hunting
yeah,
group gets slaughtered. It's murdering people pretty much from the second that the humans start to see it.
yeah, yeah, and like the main conflict is, I guess, if you want to talk about Naru versus the Extra 21, as I called him, uh, that doesn't happen until like Tabe is killed. Like, which is like that's not. I guess if you want to say slowly teasing out the main conflict, which that's just not true, because because the conflict is that oh no, it's gonna kill me, but whatever. You know Naru and the alien will get into it eventually, but Prey forces you to
Why?
wait for that moment,
Why did
making
that?
it
That just
all the
sounded
more.
so. They're gonna get into it. It's like why? Why? Why did it need to sound like that?
I don't know. But Prey forces you to wait for that moment, making it all the more satisfying. As
Okay,
is
come
like,
on. Either you're reading it like that, or
I,
it's
I,
actually worded like that, and it's shame on both of you.
I'm trying to read it in a weird fucking pretentious, fucking The Verge writer voice. Okay.
Okay.
Um. Well, I'll tell you what. The final battle is the opposite of satisfying. It's fucking retarded. Like, uh,
Yeah, especially once he,
choke slams
fires.
her to the fucking ground at full force, getting literally literally she goes as high as possible. He could only get higher if he jumped.
Yeah, this is a. Remember, uh, Dutch hit the forest hunter like as hard as he could, barely fucking acknowledged it.
Yeah. Naru gets full force choke slammed. It doesn't really do anything to her. He is putting all of his weight down on her, by the way, with his hand across her throat. She manages to like move somehow. She pushes herself into like the this little nook, this conveniently placed nook where her head will be
Don't
safe.
even get me started on that part. That was so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Like, let
and
me.
then and it's
This
it's like
little nook that just happened to fucking be there stops the shield, and it
and
only
like he
stops it
doesn't
for like a moment.
and then but then he just does then he goes oh, and he goes huh, that sucks. Anyways, pulls her up and then just like just literally just pull her up and then her head gets cut off. Like, all you have to do.
And even then, like, that choke slam should have popped her head like a fucking grape.
Yeah, she should, if she wasn't going, if she's not gonna, if she doesn't die from it, she is crippled, absolutely crippled,
Or at the
and then she
very,
dies.
or in the like the words of Hicks, maybe a concussion.
Yeah, it helps
Speculation.
that the predator is especially menacing here. He is retarded. He is stupid. He has a level of special needs that only Wolf from Requiem could probably achieve. And Yautja Jesus from the Predator. Like, he's like the third stupidest Yautja that's ever been put to film. It's actually kind of
I don't even
amazing.
remember what all stupid things does Wolf do that we thought was like monumentally stupid.
He skins and hangs that one dude,
That's
which is
right. Like,
yeah,
yeah, that cop that just like spots him, and yeah, will need to kill him, but he doesn't need to fucking skin him like he's on a hunt.
yeah. He's like really, really fucking shit. That's like the one of the biggest things. Like, that is like the antithesis of what your job is supposed to be. If your job is supposed to be like, yeah, you got to go clean some shit up. Like the Umis, they're kind of in trouble. The fucking hard meat has gone and it's gonna go kill him. And he's like, all right, fam, I got you. And then he's seen, and then he kills the dude, and he goes, sweet. I'm gonna skin this man. I'm gonna hang him up because that looks real sick and all kinds of fire.
So I see the wolf was ahead in the Zoomer talk. He was getting that
Yeah.
started.
And then there was him just kind of randomly firing in the power station, which I can kind of understand, especially like maybe getting a bit frustrated, but like, he's a professional. This is his job. He shouldn't be causing all this much fucking damage.
Yeah, he's causing a lot of collateral for surprisingly very little.
Mm-hmm.
He was cleaning up like a shit ton of the infestation while causing that kind of damage. It
Yeah.
still wouldn't be good, but it wouldn't be as bad.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, Extra 21 just kind of like he just doesn't he just forgets how his technology works.
Oh yeah, him shooting himself in his own
yeah, he
face
shoots
is...
himself in the fucking head, and he's really stupid. He falls for the most obvious trap imaginable. He follows a blood trail, looks at a foot in the middle of the fucking like forest in front of a tree, and he doesn't immediately go, uh, fuck, and then like what he should have done is he should have like turned around. He should have like turned around and like looked up and started like panicking and getting all defensive, but he didn't because he's stupid. He's really dumb.
He's not that bright.
Yeah. Using an array of futuristic yet brutal gadgets and weapons to make it seem basically unstoppable. I mean, if he used his net instead of his gun.
Or his net gun.
No, he doesn't have a net gun. He just has like the net that he throws.
No, but he like... I'm just thinking of like the arsenal of the Predator. They...
Oh, no, I'm talking about the. I'm just referencing the ones that he brought along with him that we know he has. There's like those weird little metal throwy things that he uses. You gotta throw in one of those.
His cool, totally not inspired by God of War shield, which can also kill things.
Yeah, and what was it? My brain starting to. Oh, yeah. Then again, him just whipping out the arrow launcher and just gonna like shoot at her is just completely out of character. Like, just does not make sense for like we don't this like for all we know, this is supposed to be just the average, somewhat normal Yautja that may have a learning disability, but like.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what he could have done instead of using his fucking arrow launcher? We've been shown previously that the blades can shoot.
That arm got cut off, remember? Naru deflected his forming shield into his other arm, Naru made him cut off his other arm with the blades. Remember?
I forget about him losing his arm because it's so stupid.
And yeah, it's really dumb.
It's weird that the Predator doesn't even acknowledge it, really, because remember, the Predator, when healing itself in the first movie, despite it fucking, like, it got grazed, but he's still just, like, once he's healing himself, he's like, oh, motherfucker, ow!
Yeah, he's clamping down on the fucking artery, I guess.
Yeah, and what sounds like a brutal roar to the forest, to everybody else is just him going like, ow!
Yeah, because it hurts really badly. But he gets one of his mandibles ripped off, which I would assume that would be like getting like one of your fucking fingers ripped off. Like I don't even want to imagine how sensitive those things are.
No, it'd be like getting one of your lips just absolutely just torn off.
Yeah, but that doesn't do anything. But getting stabbed in your giant giant muscular arm with this like little mandible is enough for him to go. Ah. It's just, and I don't know. The pain tolerance is fucking inexcusably inconsistent because it saves Naru's life. I'll admit, I went into Prey with some trepidation when it came to representation. Oh, here we go.
No. Okay.
Hollywood doesn't have the best track record when it comes to depicting indigenous cultures on screen. That, I think, is fair. I do think that is fair, at least in the early days of cinema. I'll give him that. And while I'm not the best person to ultimately judge how successful the movie is in this regard, it does appear that some real thought was put into Prey's approach, from the use of Comanche language and indigenous talent, both in front of and behind the camera. I mean, I would imagine they would at least try and use Native American actors for the Native Americans. Like, we're not like in the fucking like 50s or 60s anymore, where that they would just kind of go, "Ah, you're a white boy. All right, let's put some fucking brown paint on you."
Like basically brown face.
Yeah. Just as importantly, Naru and her companions are clearly the heroes of the story. No shit. Why wouldn't they be? Why is that surprising to you? Like, I understand if you like, yeah, if you have if you had like oh, oh, she said trepidation, not reservation.
Yeah, because they're already on the reservation.
Sorry, I just noticed that. That would have been really funny. If I was writing the article, I would have said I went into pray with some reservations in parentheses. Heh.
Well, that's because we're awful people, and it's a like. I sometimes I understand why we'll never really write for like why we'll never write for like mainstream like old like news article stuff.
Yeah. Uh, all right. And exists as more than just stereotypes. What stereotypes would there be? Like,
For Native Americans, are you
no, no,
kidding
like
me?
in this particular story, like I guess like worshiping the Yautja as some god instead of like trying to
It
kill
would
it,
have
I
it
guess
would
would
have
be a
been the
stereotype.
nature spirit.
Yeah, I guess, but like, I mean, like, I would imagine, especially like if you look at it, like especially I hate to use it, and the current year of our Lord, I would imagine that even no, not even just the current year, that like even within like last decade, we would have at least gotten some Native American things right. Like we don't. Again, this isn't like the 40s or the 50s or the 60s anymore, where things were a bit more insensitive and, let's be honest, a bit more racist.
I mean, or just the '90s and early 2000s where you're Native American. That means you have to be all wise and spiritual, i.e., John
Yeah.
Redcorn.
Or you have magical powers, like in Power Rangers Zeo, with a Native American shaman
Oh
had like magic
God.
powers.
Or in oh no, or beyond Two Souls, where Ellen Page, who's just hanging out with Native Americans, just has to help fight against the evil Native American spirit. Oh my God, such
I did
a.
not feel remotely bad when any of the French trappers met their demise. Well, that's because they didn't bother to portray they only portrayed one of the French trappers with any sense of humanity. The rest were all evil, terrible colonial men. Because we can't have.
I mean, it was funny watching them all die, just because I was more thinking about the weaponry at the time.
Yeah.
Like, remember the famous? There's like we when we threw shot hundreds of rounds, we hit nothing, and in the our first watch through, we've we fired 5 rounds, we hit nothing.
Even though, like, you would. No, they hit him several times. They
Yeah,
did shoot him and hit
well
him
no,
several
that would just
times.
been the joke because muskets were just not that accurate. I I chuckled at the joke when the predator just stares them all down as they're trying to reload their muskets.
Yeah. I thought
It
it was
was
really
kind of
funny when
funny.
he threw the bear trap at one of the guy's heads. I
Oh,
mean, it was
like
stupid, but it was
this.
funny.
If there's one thing I will say about Prey, it was. I think it was. That scene was really fun to watch.
Oh yeah, it's really. I really enjoyed it. It's goofy as fuck, but I really enjoy it.
That's why I think I think I'd call. That's why I might genuinely consider Prey to be like a guilty pleasure, because or no, I think I might consider just that scene to be a guilty pleasure.
Oh, that scene is definitely guilty pleasure. The rest of the movie is fucking uh, dog water, but that scene, that scene is so silly. I love it. I do kind of low key love it. But I don't know. I just kind of felt like a little bit of missed opportunity where it's like, oh hey, here's this enemy. Well, he's our enemy too. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So let's come together and work together to stop it.
If it bleeds, we kill it.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
It's
uh,
like poetry. It rhymes.
yeah, I mean, like, I understand why no one felt bad for any of the French trappers because they were portrayed as like hollowly as you could possibly imagine. Just kind of a shame, but that's whatever. ultimately, what makes Prey work is its simplicity. It is very simple. The plot is very simple, and that does in some ways work towards its favor. But when you have the magic flower, or the magic flower, like the biggest plot hole in the movie, and it does like ruin it. When you have that shit, and nobody, I've seen barely anybody bring this up when talking about it in any capacity. You show us how it works, then you show us how it worked. All you had to do was not either I like all you had to do was just not show it at all. And then the movie like jumps up a couple of points. But you break your own fucking rules so Naru can live. And because the plot is so thin, and because the characters are virtually non-existent, you don't have a lot to help support the issues. So that one issue that might not be as big in some other movies becomes massive. It becomes completely debilitating because there's not a lot else. That's what's frustrating. It's like, does this one issue like bring down the movie? Yes, it does, because there's nothing else here. You have the goofiness of the French trapper bullshit, maybe Tabe, and then that's it. The rest of it is just a big bleh for the most part. And then you have nonsensically stupid action scenes as well. I'm just
And
this really did benefit from low expectations after the last one. I will always say that.
I think I'm more annoyed that its sequel is gonna be called No
No
Man's
Man's Land,
Land.
but
It's
in World War II.
yeah, where trench warfare wasn't a thing.
I mean, you could technically have a No Man's Land in World War II if it's like a specific battle where you are in a trench versus another one in a trench, and like that's all you have. But at the same time, have to take place in World War One. We need more World War One.
Yeah, and like treating it like World War One as well, not like Wonder Woman, where fucking it may as well be World War Two, but with a where there's World War Two where they're basically just wearing different uniforms.
Yeah. It never strays from its concept, instead slowly building up the tension before reaching a very exciting battle. A battle that Extra 21 is utterly humiliated, and he is I think I remember I did like a little mini trailer review when it first came out. I said that when like something to the effect of when Naru said, I can't remember, Naru said something in the trailer, and I said, I'm sure you'll defeat it better than anyone ever has. And that fucking happened. She beat it more definitively than anyone else. Anyone else. Even in The Predator, they needed the help of the fucking special needs dog. Like, they needed a
uh,
series of convoluted bullshit. Now, granted, that climax was worse. That movie is worse. I'm by no means trying to defend it, but I'm just simply saying that, like, you needed a bunch of bullshit to beat the fucking upgraded CGI monstrosity, including the lobotomized retarded dog. Whereas in Prey, like, Naru just humiliates it constantly in that final fight. It's just like constant bullshit. So she does. I hated it. I despise that climax. I don't think I hate it as much as the Predator's climax though, because I just hate that movie more. It also adds to the Predator's fascinating lore. Where? Where? Show me. Show me where. Point on the screen where it adds. Why? What do you think? Does it? What do you think it adds?
I it adds that you know what it adds? It adds that technology for the Predators somehow got worse.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense. Prey made me wish the Predator franchise was turned into something like Assassin's Creed. You can tell that this person never played Assassin's Creed. This person never played Assassin's Creed.
What was that fucking... What, I wish sometimes... I wish things that didn't suck. Because that I don't even know how you state something like that. I wish... It's like, it was like Assassin's Creed.
This person probably just thinks Assassin's Creed games always take place in a time period.
They does this person all no they always think no they think the Assassin's Creed games have just been 3 because that's where you played with Connor, the Native American.
No, I think they think that well, I know they haven't played Assassin's Creed because if they knew that, they wouldn't have compared it to Assassin's Creed because they don't know about the fucking Animus segments or the fucking Animus bullshit.
Oh god.
Because it's like not the games do not can always take place in the period in which they're advertised in. There's real world segment bullshit that you have to deal with and suffer through to get to the parts that you actually want to play.
Yeah.
It's why in that Michael Fassbender movie, I was hoping they would just ditch the Animus bullshit altogether and just say, fuck it, we're not doing it.
I was hoping, unironically, I'm actually glad of all games that might have done this. Mirage might have just said, fuck it, there are no real world segments.
Thank God. The real world segments are fucking... I've played a little bit of the first one, and I've played most, or at least half of the fourth one. And genuinely, the real world segments are the reasons why were the reasons why I just didn't really want to play the games anymore. I hated them.
They're awful.
Yeah. And then apparently, yeah, it's I don't give a shit. And I know that this person's never played Assassin's Creed. They've only ever watched trailers or seen posters. Because it's what do you want me to constantly go in and out of the want me to go into a past ancestor that has fought the Predator or some shit?
No, I think so what they're actually trying to say is to look past the shitposty stuff of it.
Yeah, I know
they basically want new, more period pieces of fighting, and which is pretty much all we've ever wanted of the Predator series, of course, besides interesting characters and all that stuff. A lot of people have been begging for Predators versus Samurai, especially
exists.
For the movies specifically. People.
I know they're movie people, but it just irks me where it's they pretend it's never happened at all, period.
No, I understand what you're saying. Meanwhile, I'm more just I would like this thing to be on the big screen so I can see it.
I would too. I think that would be neat as well. But if you're thirsting for these stories, go find them. They exist. That's all I will say.
Or write them yourself and then
go to fanfiction.net. It's free.
Warning: there's a lot of porn. Just a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
Is there anything more to this person's point? Because this is starting to sound tedious.
There's one last paragraph, but I don't think I'll just continue reading.
Yeah.
With each new entry touching on different time periods, exploring the mythos from a new lens. Okay. In the second movie, viewers got a glimpse of a room full of skulls that serve as trophies, suggesting that this species has spent a very long time visiting worlds, including our own, in search of... Okay, yeah, alright.
That's not... Okay, so yeah, that's kind of the point when we see that skull wall, but you know what everybody else would just point out more than when they see
Xenomorph!
that?
Alien skull! Xenomorph! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Exactly. Meaning, hey, there's a possibility that these two franchises, which were huge at the time, could maybe cross over.
And they did in games and comics, but we had to wait till you have to wait
2004.
2004. That's
after Freddy vs. Jason
14
came
years. Yeah, 14 years.
Yeah, and that's why I think the biggest disappointment that I've ever felt was when I watched AVP 1, and it was the idea that I can't wait to watch like the Colonial Marines try to fight the Xenomorphs, and the Predator comes in, and it's pretty much just every video game that ever came out. And instead, modern day, we got to go into the pyramid, and it's a
I actually don't
PG
mind that all that
13.
much. Okay, the PG-13 thing I mind, but like being placed in modern day and weird pyramid to
You
that
can
part I
you
didn't
can do
mind.
it. Don't get me wrong. It's
Yeah.
the safest and easiest thing would have just been make it like the games, or uh
I don't think that would be the safest thing though, because like very few people at that time even knew there were fucking games and comics and
well,
shit that had
not even
that.
that. Like I was mentioning the games because it's the easiest for us, but for others, it would have just been the fact that everybody knows the movie Aliens and the Colonial Marines. Here,
Yeah.
like, and then everybody knows Predator.
Yeah.
Also, it evens the playing field with the humans having sci-fi weapons.
Yeah, it does. It also did, and it also did help that Paul W.S. Anderson was very obviously wearing his alien fanboy scarf that day when he made the movie.
Yeah, the amount of predators that just get bodied by just I think it's Scar.
Scar is
Uh,
the only one that survives. The other two get killed by the
who's
same xenomorph.
I think is who's the xenomorph that kills a good number of them?
I don't remember his name. Grid Face or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking it was Grid.
Yeah, let's call him Grid. Yeah, Grid kills two predators back to back.
And he's not even like a Praetorian or anything.
Yeah,
That would have been fucking cool.
yeah. If it was
It
like
would
a
have been a nice
Praetorian, just
show to like the average audience to be like, oh my god, there are in between phases, especially after Alien 3 showing that like the dogs and stuff.
yeah. But anyways, do we got more? Do we got time for the second article?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I
this
I'm just
this
burning things down. Don't mind me.
okay. Okay. This is Prey Review, stylish Predator prequel rooted in Native American history by The
Oh good.
Guardian.
Oh god. Why? Why are we doing
You
this?
said you told me to pick lists or articles and I did my duty. And only in death does duty end.
I'm gonna take your goddamn skull.
The
You know
Emperor
what?
protects.
You know what? Uh, Korn looks at a fucking predator and he's just like, nice. You're being a bit slow on the process, but nice.
Yeah. The word prequel makes my heart sink. So often it's just a cynical means to squeeze a little more juice of an already dead and desiccated franchise, or a reboot that paints a layer of self referential irony over the much loved original. You know what? Off to a good start, unironically. Off to a great start. Like that's how I feel. That's
Yeah,
how I feel a lot of the time. Yeah. But Prey is different. It is different than that, I'll admit. It is a bit different. It's not as disrespectful as some others, I'll admit.
yeah. It could
Direct.
have immediately had the like it could. Prey could have started with the autism predator, chucking a normal predator out of an airlock before skydiving, right onto Tabe, like
Yeah.
fucking X-Men or like the X-Men Origins Wolverine game.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have done that, but it didn't. It they did, I will say they cared and they tried, or they thought they were treating the franchise with respect. They didn't. But there wasn't any intentional disrespect that I could really sense.
But god damn it, they tried.
But god damn it, they did a bang up job of spitting on the franchise. Let's be real. They didn't realize they were doing it, but they did it. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, 10 Cloverfield Lane, it's a prequel to the Predator series that stays true to the essence of the original. No, No. No.
If that's the case, it would have been more like a horror movie, and it's kind of just this. Oddly
It's a
enough,
schlocky action movie.
yeah. Well, actually, that's a good that's a good sort of like tangent. Jake, do you agree with the argument that Predator starts as an action movie and then turns into a horror movie the second the Predator starts killing people?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that is kind of the structure, because if you look at that first bit, it's very stereotypical 80s action. Lots of explosions, gunfights, one-liners. And then, like, it turns into very suspenseful and has a very, like, it turns into a very suspenseful horror movie once, the advanced alien that knows what it's doing, playing around all of their shit, observing them, hunting them, like, comes around.
Yeah, it strikes and kills Hawkins.
Yeah. It strikes, kills Hawkins, leaves.
Yeah, and I always forget the lady's name. Isabel.
No. That's Isabel is Predator's Predator. I think it's Anna, her name is.
Anna. Anna's just like absolutely covered in Hawkins's blood.
Yeah, and she's just like terrified and like just basically like petrified.
Yeah, and it introduces the language barrier, which I wish they actually kept up. I don't like the fact that Anna just suddenly just I don't actually. I'm half and half on Anna just starts speaking English.
She was probably not speaking English because she didn't like them, but when she realized what the fuck's happening, okay, English time. We need to communicate.
Okay.
That's how I interpret it, anyways, because it's like, okay, we can't be doing this bullshit. We gotta live, all of us.
So, I hate to immediately bring us back on another tangent. Are you looking at my screen?
No.
Look who just asked for a non-aggression pact.
The orcs? The orcs have asked for a non-aggression pact?
I'm sorry, are you or are you not an orc?
I mean,
I literally am part of the faction that wants to fight you. What are you
take the non-aggression pact. Take it. Take the non-aggression pact. It'd be funny.
Be like the orc just fucking knocks on my door, like in not the gentle like knock, but just starts pounding on my door, and it's just like, would you like some cookies? Like,
Orc,
yeah.
We like us some peace. Oh, good. We shall see. Oh, like, hopefully it'll last us a little while. Wog.
As it's walking away, I'm just being like, what just happened?
Yeah, I would accept it just because it's funny. I know you're cornate. You're playing as cornate demons or whatever, but like
playing as Valka the fucking Bloody, who, by the way, she so her story is literally she's part of a Gotrek and Felix novel. She was like, all right, I'm gonna just murder a bunch of fucking people for Korn. Got stopped, but Korn liked her attitude so much, he turned her personally into a fucking cornate Valkyrie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she's Valkia the Bloody, also known as the Gore Queen. Yeah. Sorry, I love.
Well, honestly, I would.
But
accept
you know what?
I'm
going to accept.
Because that takes balls.
Funnily enough, this is after I actually told them to get off my lawn because I saw them trespassing. Hit the like, hey, I see you. Don't act like I don't see you. So I think they just got caught red-handed. They do. They don't want this fight.
They don't want the smoke.
They're like, non-aggression pact. Walk away.
Sure.
Walk away.
Anyways.
Sure, I'll accept the peace treaty with the orcs.
Okay, back to the article. Stylishly violent, sickly graphic, impossibly tense. Okay, no, it is not tense. Shut up. It is not tense. While also working satisfyingly as a self-contained entry. No,
No.
no. There are too many. I mean, just the fact that the contradiction of the cloaking alone, it can't be self-contained because it contradicts things.
Yeah, things. No, this is one of those issues of like things, as much as we would like to, do not exist in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of not being tired?
I wasn't tired. I'm not tired though.
Why are you yawning? You got too much oxygen in your lungs.
I
Pulls the
I
oxygen
guess.
from you like Magneto. Isn't that was like when didn't MythBusters like that was one of the reasons we possibly yawn is like too much carbon dioxide in the lungs or something.
Possibly, yeah.
You keep making me yawn now. God damn it. Ugh.
Sorry. The
All
setting.
these deaths they're on your hands now.
Okay. The setting is the land of the land of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago. The central character is Naru, the formidable Amber Midthunder, whose acting is not very good.
Has she been in other stuff that we would have noticed?
Let me check actually.
Because if this
She
was
might
her
have been.
debut, then yikes.
That'd be one thing. That'd be fine. That'd be understandable. Um. Oh, 1997. She is young.
She's only a few years younger than us.
Oh no, she's been acting since 2001.
Anything we would have recognized?
Deadly Spaces, The Homecoming of Jimmy Whitecloud, Swing Vote, Sunshine Cleaning, Not Forgotten,
He's like
Drunktown's
audience. I think he's
Finest,
naming cleaning products. I don't think he's listing movies. I don't think you know what a movie is.
Spare Parts, Bear, Hell or High Water, Priceless, 14 Cameras, Only Mine, She's Missing, Centurion, The Dancing Stallion, The Marksman, The Ice Road, The Wheel, Prey, Dream Scenario, Resball, Opus, and those are her film credits. Her television credits were in nothing we would know. I don't. She. Oh no, she's in the 2024 Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, is she gonna be?
Princess Yue, or the penis hair princess.
Oh, Water Tribe
Yeah,
lady. Moon bitch.
yeah, Moon Bitch.
I probably some Avatar: The Last Airbender fan just fucking put their hand through their wall and they do not know why. For me to just suddenly just call her Moon bitch.
I mean like, eh. I mean,
I enjoyed the show, and
yeah,
I don't
it's
understand why they're remaking it and why they're like we got rid of Sokka's sexist attitude. And it's like what the fuck are you
he never
talking
had a
about?
sex attitude to begin with. What do you mean? He was just he his whole thing was trying to live up to his fucking dad because his dad went off to like do war things and he was probably like I think he was like the oldest man in the village and he was just trying to uphold like certain traits and ideals. Like fuck off, fuck you,
So
don't you
there's
dare.
also
You
just nothing wrong with when you see a pretty girl, you start hitting on her. I would
yeah.
not know.
Yes, and the thing is, Sokka is a fucking gigantic dork, and that's why he's lovable. That's why people love him. He's a giant dork.
Yeah.
A a warrior and expert tracker. Oh, war. Expert tracker, fine. Warrior, I don't know. Whose skills have been honed by a lifetime of close combat against the forces of the patriarchy.
So he probably like busted out laughing so hard it cut him off. But I'm just leaning against my microphone now. I'm just like, when does it end?
They have to be self-aware at this point. They have to know they're being cringe on purpose. What the fuck? That's so bad.
Should ballot. Let me get it sound like it's some ancient monster.
I know.
She's well, like, the deadly elder dragons of fucking Monster Hunter. You know, you gotta fight the.
Yeah.
You gotta. First, you gotta take on like Velkhana, and then you gotta take on Nergigante, then the patriarchy.
I hear the patriarchy has like the best equipment in the game, but you gotta farm it. And it's
you
really hard to farm.
You gotta farm the patriarchy. Oh yeah, because it does a lot of poison damage, a lot of semen damage. I couldn't think of anything.
And if you're playing as a female character, if you get hit by it, you got like you get pregnant and you can't fight anymore.
No,
the only way to fix it is when you have to go to Celiana, and there's like a Beth Valley abortion doctor.
Oh no.
There's like, but the only way to like have like a safe abortion without like getting any negatives to your stats is you gotta craft
plan B.
A mastery rank coat hanger.
Oh my god. What did this turn into?
I'm sorry, but it's okay.
Oh.
Let's continue. Oh, fuck me.
They immediately say something again.
But ingrained sexism works in her favor. I mean, like, no one gives a shit, I guess. So yeah, I guess it works in her favor. No one gives a single fuck. Like, no one tries to stop her. One guy fucking makes fun of her. Maybe two. That's it.
They're like, ew, girl, cringe. I don't have my anti-patriarchy gear.
The fact that the assumption that as a woman she's not a credible threat turns out to be her secret weapon. I mean, maybe to like some of the humans, but to the Yautja, he looks at her and he goes, "No weapon. Okay, not a threat."
No, don't you know that that's just a further symbol of the patriarchy? Because of course he sees a woman and doesn't think she's a threat.
Yeah. Diaz was gonna get killed in Predator 2, but he realized, fuck, you're pregnant. Alright, well, I can't do that. That's Bill Paxton's child in there.
Not enough time had passed.
He is Bill Paxton. He is constructed alternatively. You will never convince me otherwise. That and her self-invented... That and her self-invented...
Elastic?
Elasticated axe device.
Rope axe. Just say rope axe.
Or just say rope tomahawk. What the fuck? Is this a parody article? This has to be a parody article.
No, The Guardian is just that retarded.
Think a murderous version of paddleball. Oh my...
What?
Oh. That doesn't make sense. What does that have to do with paddleball?
My hands are off the controls. Think of it like a more lethal version of paddleball.
That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Oh my god.
You know, next time I'm gonna slaughter a village for corn. I'm gonna go, this reminds me of paddleball.
there's a feral magic. Fuck me. Oh no, I think I think this article is making me physically ill.
You you will continue reading if you
I
know
know.
what's good for you.
There's
Oh,
a
it's killing me too.
there's a feral majesty to the backdrop,
Keep talking.
which,
I'm gonna grab something to
with
drink.
its wolves and with its wolves and pines and violent sunset. What is a violent sunset? Does the sun go supernova as it's setting? Looks like something that might have been airbrushed onto the side of a customized van. I mean, yes, it looks very pretty. Until it all gets covered by the blood and body parts of roughneck European settlers.
I'm waiting for this person to just like utterly destroy, like say like the 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 French people got what they deserved, and like waiting for it.
I don't know, like, I don't think a real person wrote this. Huh? That's it? That was it. That was it.
What?
That was it.
You didn't get hit with like the hey, read the like subscribe to get more of the stuff. No, it actually is just over.
Yeah, that was there. Well, no. Here's like a long fucking thing. If you want me to read at least a little bit of it, but
I
I
want you
hope
to
you
read
appreciate the article. Before you move on, I wanted to ask if you would consider supporting the Guardian's journalism.
No,
Nope.
you didn't even
No.
fucking go in. Like, what? They like, you made a point of like the like the. It sounds like the review is incomplete. Hold on, I'm pulling the.
That's all I have.
Uh, uh. Yeah, parts of Roughneck Gear. There's. That's like a 2 second fucking thing. From Elon Musk to the Murdochs, a number of billionaire owners. What the fuck is
this fucking rant right here is longer than the fucking article.
Yeah, this is why journalism, mainstream journalism, is fucking dead.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and find at least one more if it's all right.
It's fine. I'm killing shit while we literally talk about the Predator. Let's see if hold on. Pull up an article talking about the Predator. Let's see if anyone praises that shit.
Okay. I'm sorry, that was pathetic. That was absolutely pathetic.
No, yeah, we're like how many paragraphs is that while I'm waiting on this loading screen? 1, 2, 3. It's 3 paragraphs. I feel like you and me could spit out 3 paragraphs in like 10, like, no, not even 10 minutes. 5 minutes at the very worst. And all we were supposed to do was like talk about like general thoughts of the movie. I feel like we could. That's so weird. Like, an editor didn't grab this and be like, what is this? You didn't even get like halfway through. It literally, like, there's a feral majesty of the backdrop with its wolves and pines, violet sunsets, my airbrush on the custom van, all until it gets covered. No, yeah, you'd think it would be like after this, then it's like, and then thrown into a nightmare of epic proportions or something, as she discovers the warrior within or something. It's like there's nothing here.
Yeah. I found an IGN article review of The Predator. You want to know what they gave it?
Oh God, no! You can tell me the score at the end. So
okay. It's way too fucking high. It's
You can tell me at the end.
Okay, it's okay. With its okay, this is an advanced review. Okay,
Well, they
with
got to
its
see the movie
body
early.
sense of humor, disorderly cast of characters, and hardcore kills and action, The Predator does a lot right to reinvigorate this 31-year-old series. But everything crashes down during its frenzied, messy final act and disappointing conclusion to what had largely been a fun romp up until that point. Motherfucker, the movie comes crashing down in like the first like 20 minutes.
First 20 seconds, it starts with a space battle. Uh,
The space battle's
why is
fine.
it? Why does it sound like the review's almost done? How many? Like,
Oh no, it's longer. It's longer than the last one. It's much longer than the last one. It's
okay,
significantly longer than the last one. That's just like the abstract, I guess.
it's doing that thing where it's like it's theses. We're gonna tell you everything and then actually give you the review.
Yeah. Shane Black, who played a supporting role as Hawkins in the 1987 original, co-wrote and directed this continuation of the franchise, bringing his signature blend of dark, profane comedy and offbeat familial dynamics to the material. The Predator blends humor and heart as it explores two broken families. One, a group of self proclaimed loonies, psychologically damaged veterans bound for a military psych ward, and the other is the McKennas, a military family that's fallen apart for a host of reasons. The latter includes um, Dad Quinn, a former soldier now employed as a merc, Mom Emily, and younger son Rory. So,
Son, House of Asperger.
so already, first off, it does not explore the well. It kind of explores the dynamic of the broken family, but like not really.
Yeah, they're a little too focused on the autism.
Yeah. Both families imbue this Predator film with a humanity that's been lacking in the series for some time. Uh,
Pardon?
when you meet humanity, they don't act like people.
That's
They don't act like people. Autism does not give you the ability to comprehend alien languages.
yes, it does. Why don't you understand?
Then why can't I comprehend alien languages?
I thought you were about to go. Why can't I come? I was about to, that's a completely different issue right there.
Of course, I come quickly. I'm a very busy man.
Ah,
I'm sorry, but like, what the fuck? And the solid ensemble cast Black has assembled bring his battered creations and sharp dialogue to life with verve and conviction. What sharp dialogue that what what's so sharp about Thomas Jane having Tourette's and like saying eat your pussy, and then like the one woman saying he just says you eat your pussy. No, you're pushy.
no, it's
You're
jeez, you're pushy.
Yeah, like no, that's how is that sharp dialogue? What the fuck's going on?
No, because
Or what?
okay, you want to talk about like the one joke that probably got much like the one joke that got a chuckle out of me. How does
Yeah.
it feel to hold a gun in your hands again? It feels like a gun. Because that's just basic comedy.
Yeah. Or how about hey, what's your face? Your mom's vagina is rated E for everyone. Like what?
Oh,
I
I forgot about that joke. Yeah, by fucking Michael
Keaton Michael
Keaton.
Keaton.
Yeah, we're like his best friend's making subpar horror movies, and he's in the Predator.
Yep. No, his best friend's making subpar horror movies, being treated like a genius, even though he's not.
Was
He
Get
might be a
Out even
con.
that good?
I have not seen Get Out.
So
But
let's.
they're let down by a home but they're let down by a home stretch that rushes through the action and the characters' fates so quick it's hard to keep track of who's alive and who's dead. That's just not true.
It's
That's
pretty
just not that's
obvious
not
who's
pre-
alive
yeah.
and dead.
Yeah, it's very obvious who's alive and dead. Like,
Including when uh, Key and Theon Greyjoy, one who's like stabbed in a tree and one who's stabbed on the ground, aim their guns at each other and
and they
at
kill
the
each other.
same time fire. God, that scene was so stupid.
I mean, I appreciate it in spirit, like they're both just gonna end their own lives to end each
On their
other's
own
suffering because they're
terms, yeah,
yeah,
I
but
get
it's just
that.
really stupid in how it's executed.
Yeah, they make it seem like they're like there's oddly like a hint of malice during the scene because they're just like, oh.
Or how about when the fucking evil man accidentally blows his head off?
I don't want to talk about. Oh, okay.
That
Let's
was
talk.
so funny. He just
It
looks the other way, and then it just he
blows
just
his own fucking head off, which is so fucking evil man who's just evil for no reason.
yeah.
They
What
just
is
have a chance to be evil.
it? Yeah. Shortchanging both the titular alien hunter and the emotional payoffs to several of the main players' arcs. What arcs? What arcs did all of the other fucking idiots have?
So, Gaylord, who shot himself in the head,
And
uh,
lived.
yeah, he gets to go out like a hero when he goes, fuck yeah, fires his gun while jumping into an engine. Uh, the family is reunited, and I'm trying to remember what happens. Oh, by the way, the wife who's played by fucking, I'm pretty sure, while I'm in a loading screen, I'll just fucking Google this. I'm pretty sure the person who plays the wife is Miranda from Mass Effect. The Predator cast. Uh, I don't even remember what happens with Olivia Munn. What happens with her character?
She's working at the one base with fucking Rain Boy and Sniper Man, I guess, and she's there when the Predator Iron Man suit comes out.
Yeah, it
You
is
remember that?
Miranda. Yeah, oh god, I don't want to fucking talk about.
It
I
had
always say
dreadlocks.
I keep fucking
It had
saying that. I don't want to.
dreadlocks. Why would it have dreadlocks? Why would it? Why would they give it? Why would they make armor that has dreadlocks?
Don't wait. You're telling me you don't have our magical Power Ranger armor that just says I have autism? Because I do.
Why would they call it the Predator Killer? Why wouldn't they call it like some like armor set that has some significance to their culture or language? Why would?
I
Oh
mean,
God.
you're expecting this to come from this intelligence coming from the movie uh, that said that's not a predator. That's a sports hunter.
Even though it literally meets the definition of predator.
I think you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Not all the
Are you
characters
given a
have
Hollywood budget? Oh boy, but you are autistic, so you are the next stage of human evolution.
exactly. So get fucked.
Yeah, I might. Yeah. Wait, but I'm autistic. I'm the next stage of human. What do we just have an autism clash? Like it's like a Dragon Ball Z beam struggle.
Except it's you throwing your Warhammer minis, and it's at me, and it's me throwing fossils at you.
Well, one of those is just rocks, so I think I would lose. Rocks versus plastic. I think I know. I think I know who wins that fight. It ain't gonna be me.
Not all of the characters have that much going on, have much to them, though, mind you. Olivia Munn's evolutionary biologist, Dr. Casey Brackett, initially seems like she might have a key function by offering exposition and scientific insight, but at a certain point she becomes just another character with a gun. I mean, she is important by saying lines of dialogue that utterly annihilate the Predator lore and universe, just completely setting it on fucking fire.
It's so funny though. You
I
gotta go
I
after it, not my space alien. Yeah. Yeah, you forgot that was a fucking line, didn't you?
You are one beautiful motherfucker.
Eh.
So some people say that being on the spectrum is
Yeah, she's the one who says the fucking line.
it's the next stage in the evolutionary chain.
And then when the fucking kid gets kidnapped, she literally says it again. It's like we have to stop him.
Stage in the evolutionary next stage.
How does it feel to be the next stage? How does it feel to watch your favorite franchise get burned to the ground?
Well, it's not my favorite franchise. It's the only one that I've seen.
How does it feel to watch your favorite one of your favorite horror monsters get fucking destroyed?
Uh, feels great. Uh, um, Alifi Allen's Lynch. Alifi Allen's Lynch is the weakest of the loonies. I guess he's Irish and can do card tricks.
I guess he's Irish.
And do card tricks. Yvonne Starhavosky has a couple of decent scenes that show Emily is almost as much a force for the bad guys to reckon with his as her estranged husband. Hold, I need to read this again. Maybe I'm just stupid.
You having a stroke over there?
I don't know, probably. Giovanni Staravosky's Staravosky
Just call her
has a
Miranda.
oh okay.
Yeah,
Miranda
I
has
already,
a
yeah, it's Miranda from Mass Effect.
I don't know who voices Miranda from Mass Effect.
No, she did the
until
facial
right now.
capture for it.
Oh. I didn't know that. Miranda has a couple of decent scenes that show Emily is almost as much a force for the bad guys to reckon with as her estranged husband. That I don't know why that's so hard for me to read.
Yeah, that sentence was painful. You okay there?
I mean, what's your opinion? Was that sentence poorly structured?
I think I would take a screenshot of the sentence.
Okay, I will.
Put it in the call chat.
I'm just gonna. Upload file. Desktop. There.
Stuff the weakest of the loonies. I guess Irish could do card tricks. Yvonne Miranda has a couple of decent scenes that show Emily is almost as much of a force for the bad guys to reckon with.
There is no of a. It's just a.
Fuck, my brain literally tried to autocomplete it to make it a better sentence.
Yeah.
Much a force for the bad guy. Yeah, much a force for the bad guys to reckon with, as her estranged husband is, but if there's no is.
Yeah.
I tried to autocomplete it into being a better sentence fucking so stupid.
Okay, so the sentence is fucking shit. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's poorly structured to hell and back.
Yeah, and this is coming from someone who cannot structure. Personally, me, who cannot structure
You
sentences
can't.
to save
I
my
thought you were
fucking
just gonna
life.
say who just can't structure good. And it's just like, you okay there?
I can't structure no good. I just want to blow up and die because I don't know no one.
My main goal is to blow up. And then he explodes.
But she's not terribly consequential in the long run. That is true.
Yeah, is she even in the end of the movie?
I don't know. She wasn't at the fucking Rainboy's little fucking mini mini workstation because the military is allowing elementary school students to work for them.
Uh,
Jake Busey's scientist, Keys, is pretty much a walking Easter egg for hardcore fans. That's actually a neat thing. Gary Busey's character's son is played by his actual real life son. That's a neat little thing I like.
yeah.
If he wasn't playing a character that the filmmakers announced but didn't overtly reference in the script, was the son of Gary Busey's Predator 2. Yeah, nothing would be noteworthy about him. That's true, but faring far better are Trevant Rhodes as Nebraska William, seemingly the most well-adjusted of the loonies, who gets a few nice male bonding moments with McKenna, and the duo of bickering but devoted buddies, Coyle, Keegan-Michael Key, and Baxley, Thomas Jane, get the lion's share of the jokes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and they're all fucking terrible. They're just all terrible. They're awful jokes.
Well, I guess there was one that got a chuckle out of us.
I don't even remember the joke that you mentioned. That's
How does it feel to have a gun in your hands?
Yeah, I know
Feels
that one,
like
but
a gun.
I don't remember it in the movie.
It's when they're hanging out in the motel.
Well, then I think it might. I think it's got buried by all the nonsense that happens in that. Like,
Yeah.
certain dialogue exchanges that just don't make sense. Like when fucking Olivia Munn is like, "Well, why should I stay with you guys?" It's like,
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess I'm in. Well, why should I stay with you?
Yeah. Augusto Agallery's Nettles also gets a few dumb, sweet moments along the way, but as entertaining and likable as the loonies are, they're not. They're really not. They're merely supporting characters to Quinn McKenna. Yeah, that is true. Holbrook brings a world-weary resignation to the role. Oh, the actor. McKenna has seen it all. So much so that he doesn't even seem particularly surprised to learn that aliens exist.
Which is really stupid.
Yeah, and then he swallows the mysterious alien orb. I'm sorry. My cat is like doing the thing where like they
You're
like
fine.
put their paws underneath like the door, even though the door she can just knock it open. He has some more moments with his son that help humanize him. When you get down to...
Hold on.
Are you talking about when he
He's
shoots
trying-
a dude in the fucking eye with a trank dart and kills him, and he did treat it like a joke?
Or hold on, that's not even the worst one. Trick or treat, here's your treat, you little shit.
Oh yeah, and then like
Just kills him, man.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Oh wait, no, like the mask auto kills him, and then like he threatens the bullies with it to kill them.
He's not bothered by that though.
Yeah, he's not bothered by the fact that he killed he destroyed an entire house.
I saw that. The autistic kid killed a guy. Yeah, victory for
McKenna is
corn.
there to kill and break things, and he doesn't. He does a good job of
And he
breaking
does
things.
barely any.
Yeah. Holbrook's gruff but relatable portrayal helps make his otherwise rote character appealing.
What is
I
I what has that guy been in that like I think he's been in only in one in Logan. I think he's been in Logan, the only movie that
He's
hasn't
been
been
in
shit.
other things too. I just can't remember what he was in.
He was in Kong versus Zilla, wasn't he?
I think so.
No, he's in
No,
no.
he wasn't.
Hold
He
on,
wasn't
hold
in.
on.
No.
The one. I'll, by looking at Miranda's thing, we can literally television movies, The Predator, cast. Fuck me, what was the okay? Boyd Holbrook film, and he's okay. So Milk, The Higher Ground, The Reunion, The Host. Oh God, he was in that fucking the adaptation of The Host. Yeah, he was one of the boys in the Love Triangle. The Cursed. That's right. He was the Nazi in Dial of Destiny. The present day Nazi, not Mads Mikkelsen, the past Nazi. None of this ringing any bells.
Not really.
Fair enough. He's recently been in a lot of shit. Is
Yeah. But
a point.
all right. Anyway, meanwhile, Jacob Tremblay, once again proves he is one of the best kid actors working. I don't even know what he's been in. I don't even know, like, which, by the way, I'll at least give him this. He certainly acts autistic.
Wouldn't be surprised if
He was,
he
yeah.
was Jacob. I don't even think is he not listed in the cast on the Wikipedia?
I don't know.
Oh no, there he is. Sorry, that took a minute. I had to lean into my television. Not my television. Yeah, my television. Okay. Smurfs 2 as his first listing. uh, Smurfs 2, The Magic Ferret, Extraterrestrial, so a horror movie. Gord's brother, Room, where he plays not. I think he might genuinely be autistic. So it wasn't that at the point of whole. Oh, he was in that parody movie about Trump, Donald Trump, Art of the Deal, where
I I don't remember that at all being a thing.
it was made by Funny or Die, and it basically was talking about how he got the Taj Mahal casino. Uh, I think Johnny Depp played him. It was basically comedy written by by people who don't know how to do comedy, except you've got one joke, and it was in the early days of Orange Man Bad.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's in the reboot of the Toxic Avenger.
There's a reboot of the Toxic Avenger?
Apparently, Toxic Avenger is a 2023 American superhero. Is the fifth installment of the Toxic Avenger film series. When's this coming out? The film premiere. Oh, it's already out. Uh, Film premiere as the opening film of Fantastic Fest on September 21st, 2023. That we would have. I'm surprised we didn't hear about this because
Yeah.
we jokingly. Well, I don't know if I'm a huge Toxic Avenger fan, but I certainly like to make jokes about that guy in RoboCop being the Toxic Avenger.
Well, that and you should probably do a trauma arc.
Is that the director?
No, that's the film studio Trauma. They make all kinds of movies. It was played by Lloyd Kaufman. They made The Toxic Avenger, I think Nukem High, um, Poultrygeist, something of the Living Dead. They make a lot of really bad, like intentionally bad movies. Giving a nuanced performance as Quinn's gifted son, Rory. There is nothing nuanced about his performance.
Yeah, no, the second the fire alarm goes off, he starts going, "Ee!"
Yeah, which, and by the way, like, no, not a single teacher goes, oh, the autistic kid is freaking out. Let's try and get him out.
I mean, to be fair, in my first mode of crisis, the first thing I immediately do is always leave you behind.
A role that could have easily been overplayed or reduced to a plot gimmick in lesser hands. It is a plot gimmick. It is a plot gimmick.
It's very much a plot gimmick.
What do you mean? Him being autistic allows him to decipher the alien technology, and that, like, kickstarts everything. And then, like, his autism being so amazingly super cool, the fucking downgraded, horrible CGI fuckhead goes, "You're a true warrior, young little boy with a fucking learning disability."
I'm gonna kidnap you and take your autism.
Yeah. Oh, God. Another standout is Sterling K. Brown as the film's human villain. Oh!
Oh yeah, the
Evil
guy
man.
who shoots himself with his predator gun.
Yeah. A remorseless government agent who doesn't have any real dimension to him as a character, but does deliver a few zingers and badass moments with stone cold um aplomb? Aplomb?
Aplomb.
Aplomb?
Apone.
It's APLOMB. I don't know what this word is.
Look it up.
No.
That'll do
I mean,
it.
like his character is one-dimensionally evil and an asshole, and like some guy is screaming his head off because he accidentally cut off his hand, and he's like trying to calm him down. Then he shoots him in the head.
It's so funny how, like, it's such a comedy of errors.
Yeah, it's not even like small dominoes hitting each other over. It's like gigantic dominoes crushing onto smaller ones, and then the smaller ones explode, resetting the large domino that tips in the other direction and hits other big and it just kind of repeats that process. Brown finds a way to make his smug, amoral operative as charming and smart as he is. No, he is fucking idiotic and stupid, while
So
also knowing information he should have absolutely no idea. Like, can somebody explain to me how they're able to translate a language that they would have no basis for? That it's an alien language?
no, so we know from AVP that they've been, which is the Predator says is canon. They know, like, ancient, like, Aztec and Sumerian, so that our language is based like from their language, so they could easily just move stuff around and then suddenly
No, shut up. Stop. Stop.
yeah,
Get off the fucking copium right now.
I'm not even on copium. Like, that probably was what they were thinking, if they
Well,
were
then
even
that's
thinking at
dumb.
all.
That's stupid. That's stupid, and the people who thought of it should feel bad.
They don't blame them for using the stupid thing. That fucking AVP. Oh god.
That's that's too much of a leap for AVP, because it's like, okay, sure, like this ancient lost civilization, like that for some reason there's a pyramid in the Antarctic, and that the Antarctic has been a frozen wasteland longer than humanity has been around, but whatever. Um, like this lost civilization, and it's like, okay, they have similarities in their languages, but we're talking about converting it to English. I don't care. Fuck off. But as much as as much as a solid crew of human characters are are necessary for an audience to be emotionally invested in a story, that is true, and this movie fails horribly. Any of them being gruesomely hunted for sport, a Predator movie lives or dies based on how cool and intimidating its title character is. And that's where the Predator proves woefully inconsistent.
Everybody's inconsistent.
I would argue it's consistently unintimidating. It's consistently terrible. The glory of war. What, you hate dark elves now?
No, I liked the fact that somebody just destroyed I told this guy to destroy the garrison, and it's like trait gained, hates dark elves. You know what? I could relate to that.
While we get all the usual badassery associated with the alien hunters, we get none of that. Not a single bit. We get stupid stuff.
Yeah, we get the once very intelligent fucking the once very intelligent hunter slaughters a whole truck full of people, and when asked, "Is everything okay?" just grabs a hand like it's a fucking comedy, and like puts it through the hole, doing a thumbs up, even though it's been shown to mimic people's voices.
It did it earlier in the movie when it was like mimicking someone's voices to like get out. So it's really
also
bad.
notice how there are no procedures for it trying to escape, like, oh, I don't know, shooting out the gas to make sure it can't cloak or something.
Yeah. Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
The introduction of a bigger, meaner variety of the already absurdly lethal original version raises the stakes of what the creature and the series is capable of until it just peters out. No, the
The thing
idea of
was
the upgrade
never
makes no
dangerous.
sense. It makes
It's
no sense at all.
well, yeah, it's not like even like remember when it was it was caught eating a person?
I don't think it didn't eat the person. It just bit its face. It just bit his head off and then like spat it out.
Why would it do that?
I
What?
don't know. I don't know.
Why
I don't
does
know.
why does the autism predator think it? Why does it think it's so cool? It's like the why does it have to be so mean? Why does he think he's so cool?
I don't know, but like when you say it never worked because for one, like it just doesn't. Why would they be upgrading themselves? What to be better hunters? Okay,
You never thought of putting even more autism into yourself?
I don't know. It's just it looks horrible, and like instead of having the dogs from Predators, which were really cool, you have the dumbass Predator dogs that just stand there while
That
they're
have
getting shot
dreads.
at. Yeah, they have dreads and they stand there getting shot
No,
at.
hold on. No, that both kinds of dogs are retarded. Royce and
Except
Yakuza Man were actively shooting one, and the thing just kept like it wasn't even charging. I think it was very slowly walking towards them.
no, that was Isabella or
No,
Isabel.
no,
Well, no,
the one that was
no, the dogs in Predators do more and are far more threatening than the ones in the Predator because at least they tackle down the convict man.
no, yeah, they do a lot more. It's just at one point there is just a shot where one just lets itself be obliterated.
Yeah, there is a scene when that happens, but the ones in the Predator literally like don't even they hardly attack. One of them literally lets Gaylord come up to him and put like the fucking cattle spike in its fucking head.
Yeah, let itself get lobotomized practically.
Yeah, yeah, they're
And then
so
they're like, "Don't
stupid.
touch my space dog" or something.
Yeah, what? No, the thing needs to die. outside his strength and size, this new predator doesn't seem particularly better or more cunning than his smaller counterpart. That is true.
This fucking review just went like, yeah, he's not as good as the original.
That's true.
Yeah.
The original Predator film has elements of horror to it as well as action. That monster was scary because we knew so little about it at the time. And its less is more approach to showing him is an old school cinematic trick meant to ratchet up dread and suspense.
I mean, yeah, what they're saying is kind of true, but at the same time, it did also just actions that were fucking terrifying.
Sensible.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we knew very little about the Jungle Hunter, but one of the first thing, like, I don't know.
It skinned people alive and hung
just
them up.
Because
Its
down. Idea of it being like the fear of the unknown. I understand that's fucking scary. You know what's also scary? The jungle literally came alive and fucking killed somebody and dragged its corpse away. Only 2 seconds later, gut the corpse.
Yeah, and then even like when we see Hopper's and his men all skinned and hung upside down.
Yeah.
This movie, by contrast, quickly becomes a straightforward action flick, a really bad one. A genre, okay, well, whatever. A film where bullets replace the human ingenuity that Arnold Schwarzenegger's hero had to use to outwit his foe in the original. Because the original was a good movie. It's a weird mixed message. What? Since the Predator sets up Rory, who is on the autism spectrum, as someone whose intelligent problem-solving skills are key to understanding and defeating predators. No, it isn't. Not defeating them. He just manages to understand their technology for some reason that makes no sense. Like he would have no way to understand any of this at all. But then it pivots to suggest that anyone with cool weapons and tactical advantage can prove a match for the Predator. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's literally... Remember, Predator got taken down by somebody dropping a log on him.
Yeah. Regardless of intellect. No, not regardless of intellect. You still need to be smart. But, like, I don't know why the child with autism being able to comprehend alien technology is a good thing. I don't understand that. Unlike the original film, brawn proves superior to brains here. There were no brains to begin with.
Also, is that implying that brains don't solve the situation for the first movie?
No. Like, unlike the original film, brawn proves superior to brains.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're actually saying like no, at least the original they use their brains. That's They're talking an awful lot of shit for a movie they supposedly enjoyed.
Yeah, right?
Wonder if that's saying something. Continue.
The last half hour is not only choppily executed, that's true, at a breakneck pace. I mean, I guess. It just looks bad to boot. It does. The visual effects take a noticeable dip in quality during an aerial battle. No. It takes a noticeable dip in quality always.
Yeah.
Always. The CGI was always awful. And the cinematic showdown is too easily resolved given all the buildup. I mean, yeah, you have the retarded dog come in to save the day for a second time. It happened twice. Even worse, the big payoff scene at the very end comes across as cheesy and unintentionally campy rather than exciting, and doesn't build much anticipation for what the franchise might have in store should this movie gain enough traction to relaunch it. uh,
We're like we're surprised that Prey actually like
was better.
it invigorated the franchise enough that it's not just fucking dead on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was cheesy. It was. It also makes no sense why the predator, why why they would have this war suit, call it the predator kill. Well, it makes sense why they have like a suit of power armor and whatnot in case they go to war or whatever. But why does it have dreadlocks? Why is it called the predator killer? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why didn't Yautja Jesus just come out and surrender himself and want to talk to our leader?
Uh, yeah.
Wait, IGN has a plus? Has like a subscription thing?
Yes, everybody does.
Oh.
You would know this. You literally weren't you for months a subscriber to Rooster Teeth?
I was, and yeah, I was just for Death Battle, but then Death Battle stopped using their like one day uh 1 day early thing. They just started releasing it all on YouTube after a while, and then I'm like, oh, so there's no reason for me to have this anymore.
You have Rooster Teeth Plus or something?
Yeah, I did, and then just for Death Battle, and that was it.
What was it? No, it wasn't Rooster Teeth Plus. What was it called?
First.
Oh, yeah. I get it, because you'd be the first to have access. Ha!
Yeah. All right, verdict. The Predator is, in many ways, a throwback that made the 1987 original so beloved. No, it's not. Not even close. It destroys everything we understand about the Yautja as a species. Everything. They don't hunt for glory or honor. They hunt to upgrade themselves.
No.
And they think...
It's... You know what they do? You know what predators actually do?
What?
They get trophies, and they when they rip someone's skull and spine out of their body, they roar to the fucking sky as they just took a massive fucking trophy. That's what the predators do.
They take their DNA and they upgrade themselves, and they want to put autism into their species. I'm sorry. They want to take autism and make it a part of their species. Make their whole species autistic.
That's insanely patronizing, by the way. Just the idea that it's like, oh, they say autism is like the next step in human evolution. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's so stupid.
It's literally called a mental disorder.
I wish I didn't have autism. I wanted to. I wish it was never a thing.
I don't like autism. It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it's all over me. It gets everywhere.
It includes many of the same elements, such as the rowdy camaraderie amongst absurdly macho protagonists, not even close to the original, a debauched wit, no, and a primal battle between man and beast. I mean, kind of, but not really. Not as good. It's a shame when
They
everything
literally
splinters
win because of Deus Ex dog.
Yeah, yeah, it's so stupid. And then they put the bomb. No, no, yeah. What happens is that the dog brings the bomb. This force field cuts off his blade arm, and then they put the bomb onto the blade, and then they fire the blade, and it sticks into his leg, and it blows up. And the dog distracts him by biting his arm.
Movie's not good.
I know we were shitting on Prey, but good God, it is so much better than this.
Oh yeah,
It is so much better than this. It is so much. It's at least comprehensible.
Yeah, especially because, like, at least is the bad guy shooting himself in the face just as bad as the predator getting hit by his own arrows?
Uh, let's see. I would say
Wait, no. The fucking So I would argue the no the arrows might actually be worse because for some reason Autism Kid had to explain the canon that it shoots where you look. So
Oh
it's his
right.
first time using it.
Yeah, and
It's
he's not
just
trained in it, and he does because again, Actor 21 doesn't know where his mask is, so why is he using it to begin with? And then like it fires, it misses, he hears it circling around, he turns, he looks at it, and he has enough time to make a surprised noise and a surprised face, and instead of
like
going
it's a fucking
shit, and
comedy.
yeah, it's whatever.
He
Anyways,
looked right at the camera and went McClunky and then died.
uh, it's a shame that everything splinters apart in the haphazard and shoddy looking last half hour. Haphazard and shoddy looking entire movie. If we're being that's the correct take. Largely derailing what began as a promising edge. No, it wasn't promising at all. Not even from the start. In the wildly inconsistent franchise, I don't agree. If we're talking about, oh no, if we're talking about like AVP to as well and include that, then sure, inconsistent I think would be fair. But if just the solo movies, up until this point, you had 3 good movies.
Would you even? So here's another question. Wait, subjugator sack. Master. Yeah, sure. Subjugate. Uh, the I know while there's a lot of great quotable lines, I don't know if I'd say that are there any particularly funny lines in Predator? Like there's
Just
some
there are bunch of slack jawed faggots in here. This stuff will make you a sexual tyrannosaurus.
makes me smile. I don't know if I'd burst out
I
laughing.
well no, I think that is supposed to be funny.
That's fair. I
Yeah.
uh
Stick around.
I was gonna say I was trying so hard not to just point out stick around.
Yeah.
That that's a fantastic line.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, are you ready for the final score?
sure.
6.5 out of 10. That's too fucking high. That is way too high. Have you died inside, Wyatt?
I have. What was the wait? 6.5. You said
6.5 out of 10, yes. That's way too fucking high.
that's
That is astronomically
the
too high.
Predator is a fucking. It's a 2.
At best. At best, it's a 2.
I was stunned for a moment. I was. I.
You're stunned that someone could say something so wrong?
No, I'm. I'm stunned, and it's like disrupting my ability to read. I'm just. I'm leveling up, and I'm just like somebody gives the Predator 6.5. Like my vision just gets blurry. Like, the fuck.
Why did you give it that? That doesn't make any sense.
What is that? That's
Honestly, I think I'm done reading articles.
yeah. The
After that, like praising Prey is one thing, but giving the Predator a 6.5.
I think you lost your ability to read there for a moment because of that
I
horribly
did.
written sentence earlier.
Yeah, like yeah, yeah. I'm done with the articles. Uh, so then that means I guess that's done with this video.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening to our bullshit and watching skulls be taken for the blood god. We probably will. We'll probably. I don't know if we'll do something similar to this next time, or if we'll just do another just just fucking around video, just as we chat about shit. But we'll see you in the next thing. Bye.
Meow.